This is a bit shocking. We have reports that an aircraft of some kind has just now crashed into one of the World Trade Center buildings.
We were up playing cards in our room, and so we all went, wow, man, there's something going on here, because a second plane just hit the other tower.
An explosion in the second, no, that's a second plane.
Wow, what the hell's going on?
I know it was the States, but I still feel like it's North American soil, and I feel like that's a part of us.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
I was upset, and I just wanted to make it right somehow. It's go time.
The Americans are our allies, closest allies we have. Well, we need to help them out.
Hundreds of soldiers are leaving wives and children behind. They are bound for Afghanistan, Canada's first official combat mission in a half a century.
We actually loaded up our magazines with live rounds. Now you know it's something a little different. They said, well, we're flying you right into Kandahar Airfield. We'd seen it on TV, so it was all very surreal.
When we came in, we had to do evasive maneuvers with the aircraft. That kind of stuff would get your adrenaline going. You're coming in pretty fast just due to the threat of surface-to-air missiles. That phrase that I used, it's go time, it really felt like it. It felt like opening the Bible and looking at some biblical time 2,000 years ago. It was like the moon.
The door opens up, the ramps open up, and you know, all you see is essentially desolation.
You know, that first step onto the tarmac, you knew you were in a war zone. It looked like it. So it was kind of an awakening.
When we first got off the plane, the American military, they looked fit. These kids were all like California guys and tanned and 19, 20, 21. Most of us were like late 30s and 40s. And they were just looking at us like, who are these? Why do Canada bring all these old men to fight?
The very first Coyote that rolled off the C-17 when it landed had a I Love New York bumper sticker on the front of it. And when the Americans saw that, it almost reduced them to tears. And in fact, some of them did cry. So here are these big, hardened soldiers, you know, really appreciating that kind of sentiment, that we were all, you know, brothers in arms, and we're working with them to help right wrong that had been done to them. The operation to essentially clear the Shahi Valley. The special forces had been chasing a bunch of al-Qaeda elements through the foothills of the Hindu Kush Mountains, where they were trying to escape into Pakistan, and so they were trying to cut off their escape routes into Pakistan.
We were all like fantasizing, basically, like it'd be cool that if a Canadian group caught bin Laden.
Once we got told that we were going to go, your adrenaline starts pumping and you get excited.
After having received orders, I'm walking out there with the rest of the platoon, loaded to the gills with ammunition and water. And the Padre was giving blessings, and our faces were camouflaged. 12 Chinooks spool up their engines, and away we go. For a guy who just left Edmonton a couple months earlier, was quite a thing.
Actually, right across.